Hello, welcome to Microsoft Flight Simulator and the Heatblur IndiaFoxtEcho Tomcat F14A model. We are on Miramar among the Hornets here, so I'm just gonna set everything up and hopefully get airborne pretty soon.
Roger. Yep.
I'm disabling his ejection seat. That's cruel, but he's a little bit jumpy, so. Alright, we might get into a flat spin. I managed to do that last time. We're gonna use it just like so. I'm gonna set this as home port, home base.
Alrighty.
What else can I do here? Let's see. So I got the newest update from Heatblur. People who bought, as I understand it, bought this plane through the marketplace in Flight Sim. They're not gonna have these updates available just yet. So expanded features in the Chester menu for one, better audio, stuff like that. So I'm gonna set the TACAN to 68 actually. I wonder if there is a faster way. Oh, I think this is the fastest. 68. That would be for the moving ship outside of the coast, just outside of Miramar. Alright, let's see if we're done with Chester for now. I'm gonna set the radar range for 100.
Roger.
And I'm going to, let's see. Radar will show any AI objects on. What? Yeah, it's so good. I think we're supposed to have. Yeah, that looked like a player. Supposed to have other players around us. And AI aircraft with actual flights. How well it works, I don't know. Here comes another one. That's a Tomcat coming in. Alright, so he's floating like a couple of feet above the ground, and that means that he doesn't have this particular Miramar DLC that you can buy on the marketplace. So I don't know. He probably don't see me. I'm down in the ground, or maybe my stabilizers are peaking up. I don't know. I don't know how he would see me. All right. Tactical. Okay. Ground and aircraft. Can do this now. Loadout. We're just gonna have the external tanks. No weapons. No extra weight. How you doing, Paul? Welcome. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. It means a lot to know. I hope you enjoy it. Enjoying it. Alright, let's start from the left. Oxygen. Get the TACAN 768 T and R. I'm not gonna go through exactly what I'm doing because half of it I don't have a clue. I just know I have to do it. So I'm still trying to understand what I'm doing, and even though I was flying this one pretty well back in the when it first appeared on DCS from day one, I started learning this, and at some point I was pretty good at it, but then I stopped flying it in DCS, and you know, time is taking its toll. You forget about things. All right. Radar, altitude. This is something I need to learn. Radio nav. Right. Maybe not learn, but apply while flying. Right. Setting the lights. Position, tail. I'm just gonna switch these on. Position, light, flash. And let's start engine number 2. It's the right engine. This one still doesn't work. Hydraulic fuel pump. Okay. Yeah. Back to throttle. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice. I'm glad you did. It's a lot of fun, for sure. It's a beautiful aircraft, to say the least. All right, engine number 2 coming around. You can join me if you want. If you want to fly with me, welcome to do so. I don't know if you got the marketplace Miramar. If not, we're gonna have different levels. I'm gonna be inside of your ground basically, and you're gonna be floating above my head. To shut down the throttle here. Air source both engines. Engine number 1. We can do the test here. Some of it at least. So where did you buy your F14, Paul? On Marketplace, or did you go straight to Heatblur? Because it seems to get updates more frequently from Heatblur. That would make sense. Go, go, go. All right. Sounds great. That's right. From Heatblur, yeah. I want to support the hell out of those guys for making this. The long wait, right? Alright, I'm not gonna do the rest here. For one, I don't know what I'm doing, so... Okay. Let's get rid of the external power. And yeah, I'm still on the F14A for one simple reason. It has the coolest liveries. Although I would feel a little more secure in the F14B, that's for sure. But, you know, just have to be careful with the throttle, that's all. And not do anything hasty or stupid. But last time I was doing it, so I was coming out, I just did a flyby here on Miramar, going that way. And got into vertical and off with the engines and got a stall eventually, and that would put me in the flat spin almost at once. And I don't have separate, you know, throttles, so, and also I don't remember exactly what you're supposed to do, so I was just fighting it for a little bit. I was totally powerless, helpless. So yeah, that was it. Okay, let's see. I'll let this one on both, as I understand it. A little higher temps, please. We got anti-ice on. Who knows what's going on high altitudes, right? Here we go. Air. Something with the control lights still going on here, so I might be able to shut these off. But that's like a lottery, you never know. Ramps. No, go. And they come back. That's so weird. Why do they come back? Sometimes they go out and they don't come back, but it's, yeah. Maybe it will sort itself out, okay? Let's roll. What else did I forget? I don't think I forgot anything. I don't do the checklist, sadly, but I will get one simplified at least. Not gonna do that right now. We got controls, rudders.
Yeah, let's align INS first.
INS, yeah, I would love to do that if I know how. And how do that? I did this part.
Roger.
As waypoint, force perfect ENS alignment. Right. Let's see here. So I don't know, he's whining about the INS alignment, but I can't really, I don't know it well enough. Also, I don't know if it's working correctly yet, so force perfect INS alignment and zero eyes error cheat. Okay, well, sure, let's try that.
INS alignment okay.
Oh, that's more like it. The wingman. How do you mean the wingman? Oh, I don't know if you can get a wingman. Can you? I don't know if they implemented that. I haven't heard of it anyway. Like not in flight sim. At DCS, I know you can get that. That was such a cool feature. But I haven't seen it around, so I don't know if it's possible for them to do so, but it would basically end up being a smaller simulator inside of a simulator, maybe even being more advanced than the flight sim itself. Who knows, right? Okay. Alright, I'm not gonna do too much. I'm gonna start flying and figure out more stuff as we go. Let's get out of here first. Good. The wheel, I still can put any assignment on my wheel steering, toggle it. So that's still a no-go. I need to reach for the button right on the front of the stick, this red one down here. Autopilot reference and nose wheel steering push button. So I still have to activate that after landing, or if it doesn't work momentarily. Weapons, I hear you, but I mean, you have DCS for that. I guess flight sim is mainly just for flying. It's experimental, you know, it's an experimental aircraft at this point, not a military one anyway. But yeah, I see how it would be cool, because you would have such a big platform to do real dogfights and stuff. But I don't think, maybe in the next gen flight sim, the 2024 flight sim might be something like that. Like, but I would think it would be more like a separate mission. Like, you're not on the platform doing stuff, or open world, just in a separate, how would I say, separate session. I'm not so keen about it myself, just because I already done it, and also I'm not getting any younger, so it's a little over my head. Like, I barely can start flying this thing properly. Should I like start worry about the radar functions and all of the weapon systems as well? Oh man. You know, been there, done that. But it's cool. I mean, I can do, I mean, I do that with a friend, like a dogfight, tactical maneuvers like that, but we don't shoot each other. We just, you know, on my crosshair, bam bang, you're dead. Hey Banjo, welcome to the stream. Yeah, that would be awesome, man. That would be awesome, just to make a community. But just a heads up, I'm not being all too serious about it, but one would think I am, so I'm not fooling around as much, maybe as many people would do. Pulling Mavericks all the time. But yeah, occasional buzzing the towers and such, but nothing fancy really. I would mess up anyway, sooner or later, and they all do as well. So, all right. Let's this one down. Bow skids and spoilers, and flaps 1 or half, whatever you want to call it. I'm gonna set the takeoff trim here, about something like that. My first flight was Ace Cascade Games in the C64. All right. You're my type of guy. You and me both. You and me both, yeah. That's what I was doing. Then there was something about an F14 as well in the San Francisco Bay Area. I couldn't know that was on Amiga. So that was, I don't think that was C64. But that was also pretty cool. Even though, you know, the ground was green, the sky was blue, and the water was, I guess, dark blue or something, and that was it. Yeah, man, but it was so much fun. Alright, we are taxiing out on the runway. Hang on, I'm just gonna get the ATIS. I have no freaking clue what to expect. I wouldn't worry too much about it, but I think I want to know. Hang on. Alright, so what's the frequency here? ATIS 133475. Alright, I'm gonna click it right here now. Wind calm. That's all we have to do. We are setting the altimeter 2990. All right. Miramar ground. Back to Miramar ground. There we go. All right. Just keeping it simple. No incoming airplanes. So I'm off. Heading for La Jolla, and possibly to Point Loma, down to North Island and USS Midway to start. I kind of need to fly by there because I'm gonna have a lot of stutterings there. First time kind of rendering. I have all that area already set on my hard drive, so it's downloaded everything and it still does that, so nothing really helps. I'm having issues with that constantly, so I need to fly over there a couple of times to smoothen it up basically. Alright, here we go. Afterburner. Better angle here. It's a little better, not by much, but reset my
wings auto.
Thank you, Chester. That took me a while to figure out that button just ahead of the wing sweeper handle. That you set that, you push that, you get auto. Otherwise, you're still on manual constantly. F-18 Interceptor. Yeah, that was it. Exactly. You could fly the F-18 or the F-16. Is that right, or was it just F-18? I don't remember. But they called it Falcon back in when I was a kid. What do they call it now? Viper? Alright, La Jolla, we got Mission Beach ahead. Oh, you're so dramatic, Chester. You're so dramatic. I'm watching it. I'm watching it, sir. I'm trying to set this. Alright. So I'm just gonna fly pretty like calmly, slowly right now. Not too close to the ground because I'm gonna have a lot of stutters as I coming around Point Loma. So we got plenty of clouds today. It's an exciting time to fly. I'm gonna go below 500 here. Should have done that already, but I'm afraid of stutters. Falcon 3, cool. Yes, indeed. I think it was a good thing that these kind of sims weren't around back when we were kids, because we would not have any, you know, schoolwork done at all. I'm sure I would. Man, I was not even allowed to have a computer at first, so. But when I became a teen, I bought my own stuff, so that's why I could still enjoy the computers back in the days. It does. Still a little bad frame rate. It's gonna smoothen up a bit after a while. It usually does. But that would not necessarily be in multiplayer mode, so I don't know how it's gonna behave. When I have everything turned on, like the traffic, real-time traffic, and all the players. So it might be too stuttery. Hopefully not, but alright, I'm rounding North Island here, helicopter base. And there we got the carrier. That is one of my carrier packages parked right there. Supposed to be one more here. You can see the shape of it, but it's really no carrier down here, but at least we get this one. So this is landable with wires and everything. And I'm happy to say that USS Midway Museum is landable as well, since you have the auto takeoff, what do you call it, like the launch system in the Tomcat. It's kind of built in, so you can use it whenever you lower the bar on the front wheel. You can just take off like that. So I was very surprised, because I do a lot of touch and goes on. I used to do that on USS Midway, and this time I actually got an Arista cable. So it was like, whoa, we came to a full stop. What is this? I was so surprised, because I didn't know about the functions. So I was very happy, surprised, and finally I could land and stay on the carrier and just check it out like that. I don't know if I'm gonna do it right now. We'll see, but I'm gonna set it up anyway. Let's see if I get this right. Man, I need more hands here. Yeah, I'm trying. I have the best alignment possible, since we got a building just in the path to the right here. So I need to do a little something at the end, and we might have like stutterings coming down here first time. So it's gonna be, now it's just gonna be a, no, not gonna do it. Wave off on that one. But I'm going for another try. Still somewhat stuttery. So I do have a third-party freeware mod installed for San Diego, although I don't know how much of it is actually relevant anymore, because they made a lot of improvements. I actually don't even remember if I still have it installed, so I need to check that. Maybe I can get rid of the stutters. But I think it's installed. No, hang on. Parts of it. So, in the package, you actually have carriers on North Island Park by the dock. Instead of that, what you got on this. But that's a separate package included, so you can remove it. And I had problems with that, so I removed it. Alright, coming in again. Still have the landing configuration. Still have the gears down. Kind of unintentionally, just been talking. Flying right into the path of Lindbergh's approach. That was kind of stupid. Alright, going for another one. So it's kind of like a tight approach as you come in straight, almost straight with the carrier. They need to do a little twist at the end, right at the end. And you still might be a little... Oh man. Ah. Yeah, that was the first wire. And I might have hit the carrier deck, I don't know. But that was kind of clumsy. Alright, anyway, we're down on USS Midway. Tailhook lever. I think no other aircraft is approaching, so we can take our sweet time here. It's still stuttery as I don't know what. Do you prefer? Let's see here. I'm sorry, I'm not following up with the with the chat. Do you prefer DCS or MS? I mean, nowadays, because I kind of went through a rough patch with recovering from stress at work, so I'm not doing that good with too much, pressure. I mean, I can learn and do stuff, but I'm still gonna be just able to do so much. So I'm more comfortable in MSFS for the time being. I tried to get back to DCS. But I soon found out that it was a handful for me, so I would consider myself retired, just like this aircraft right here. But yeah, I could probably do it if I, would put more effort into it and take my time, and I could do it somewhat, but also there's a psychological issue with me, with any type of game. Shooting AIs, that's no problem. But as soon as it comes to people, they are unpredictable. So I automatically starting to suck. Just because I know it's people, So that's not a fighter pilot. But yeah, I mean, I did have a lot of fun in DCS, that's for sure. I remember a friend of mine got the F14, and he was surprised how well I could stay on him a lot with the Tomcat. He was not expecting it. He's more into modern stuff. Man, why this is so scary. Modern stuff, modern avionics, modern weapon systems and such. And I was flying the A model Tomcat. Hang on, just gonna fix my wings. Gonna oversweep them. There we go. Get rid of this as well. Yeah, so it was pretty cool to be able to fly the Tomcat, get as close as possible to what it was like, to have some kind of accurate idea of what it was like to fly the Tomcat and to get inside the big bird. So yeah, that's huge. Especially for guys like us being dreaming about it all our lives, you know. I actually loved the Tomcat before Top Gun, and I'm grown up in Sweden, so I mean I was impressed with Swedish aircraft as well, but when I actually just saw the shape of the Tomcat in a board game, just the shape of it from above, so that's like a silhouette. And I was like, man, what is this? What is this beast? You know? And it was a board game called Flight Leader. So you would do tactical moves against other aircraft, and you know, it's a scale of how maneuverable they were. And from A to F, I think. It's a scale where A was the best and F was the worst. So make 25 F or E at least. And then comes the Tomcat, huge as F, and gets away with the B. So it was like, I mean, it's almost there. If it wasn't for the size and weight of it, it would have an A. I mean, the construction, the whole lift of the fuselage. I mean, the fuselage is creating lift itself. It's just amazing engineering. And how did they make it so beautiful? I don't get that. So today it's all about, you know, not being seen on radar and such. And I don't judge if people like them new aircrafts. I don't think they are beautiful anymore. They can be cool, they can be awesome, they can be impressive, but they're freaking not beautiful. But that's just my own values. It doesn't matter. It's just in my head. And maybe some others. There. Yeah. Sexiest airframe ever built on a jet fighter. It's almost like they were thinking about what they were doing. Not only would they just follow laws of nature, I don't know, because now it's about, you know, computer rendering shapes, whatever, and it got it all. Yeah, it got it all. It just got, look at these angled intakes. I mean, what is that? That is just so freaking cool. It's, most shapes back in those days were, they could look aggressive without even trying. They just look cool. And today's shaping is more about, I just need to look so freaking aggressive because that's kind of a fashion. I don't know. It bothers me a bit with the cars, at least. It's too freaking edgy. Alright, let's get it out. Let's spread those wings. There we go. So, yeah. We don't have any rails here, so just gonna simulate whatever. Get going here. So, let's set the, I wonder if they fixed the bug with a crazy up pitch after takeoff that would put you into a stall, because it would just freaking continue pitching. I haven't had it for a while, so alright, full flaps. Not the last part, because that's the, man, I keep forgetting this. Anyway, spoilers, parts of the spoilers anyway, that's used for stabilizing on approach. That's the last step on the flap. Something like this. But we're not gonna use it. We're just gonna have full flaps and take off. Forgot my anti-collisions. Interesting thoughts. They build beauty into functionality. Yes, they did. It just worked out like that. It's amazing. Art of engineering as its best without reinventing the wheel 50 times. Because of progression or whatever they would call it. This bird would still fly and be pretty. I mean, it's doing it in Iran, but you know. All right, when no strut. I mean, neo position. There we go. Yeah, and I'm gonna press my brakes. Hang on. And I think it would not launch until I release my brakes, and that would be the catapult launch, basically. Catapult? As good as it gets right now. I must say pretty good. Not fully accurate, but pretty good. Useful for Microsoft Flight Sim, that's for sure. Alright. We got Lindbergh's International right there. Taking off going that way, not very common what I've seen. Burner. You mean you just like today in this moment got an update? Because I got the update that came like I think 2 days ago or something like that. They're really frequent with the updates, I must say. So I'm not gonna download it on this stream, but on the next one maybe. So it seems they fixed the issue with the burners. When you went into burner, it pushed down the nose, and it's supposed to do the opposite, as I understand it. And now it's doing it. So I've been there. That's such a beautiful spot. I think that's where I've been. Or one of these. Maybe over here. Yeah, it was over here. Beautiful. Okie dokie. Planes are coming in. That is such a messed up thing. Like two commercial aircraft following each other like that. How can it still be an issue? I don't understand some of it. Like, it's been around since 2020 and still issues like this appear. Like, wow. Alright, we're gonna check out Mount Soledad for the sake of the brave people. Of the Navy, I believe.
Fuel 16,000.
There you have it, folks. Memorial. Oh, we got some rain too. Cool. Coming in for touch and go, Myanmar. Wrong way, whatever, right? I don't remember the numbers, actually. But I would assume people would use the left one for taking off anyway, so I'm just gonna stay to the right here. Then we're gonna turn around and maybe do a carrier approach on the... I'm just assuming there's a short little, you know, runway there with the, I'm not supposed to call it runway, but landing area more. And boards out, wheels coming down, flaps full, and yeah, I believe you can do, you know, practice carrier approaches or whatever. I'm not sure, but it kind of looks like it. It's painted like a carrier deck or the landing area of a carrier.
50.
Going into vertical, maybe check a little above the clouds and come back in.
Fuel 15,000.
I was just, what's the fuel state? He was reading my mind, like 15,000. Oh, thank you, Chester. Bingo set on 4,000, I believe. 2 days ago, let's see. Yes, sure. I'm not sure what changed. Yeah, probably something they did that didn't work out, so they just throw out another one, I guess. So I'm keen on downloading that one. I did London City Airport to Norwich in 15 minutes. Yup. A thing you can do, for sure. So we were basically out of speed, I think, yeah. We were so close to a stall. The burners basically saved us from that because I didn't pay attention. I was almost doing the same thing I did yesterday. It was the day before what it was. Last time I was flying without streaming. Just a short one. This is kind of scary. Coming out of the clouds and you don't freaking know what's ahead of you. I think I'm actually climbing, yeah. I have no like situational awareness. That's like situation. I don't know if that's the word, but I really need my instruments here at this point, because I was thinking we were going down or at some point up, but it's never right. Yeah, here we go. Visual references, thank you.
Fuel 14,000.
So we are pretty much off course from Miramar, I believe. Yeah, we're gonna have to make another one. But yeah, they're getting closer and closer to their dynamics. I don't know if they can make it all the way to DCS dynamics, but they are way closer than DC Tomcat, the DC one. it's noticeable. All right, yeah, that's where we're going, I think. Let's try it out. Ah, yeah, it is not as predictable. So it should not be predictable. You have some tendencies in a Tomcat that is just need to learn. That didn't go well. I was too short. Going back to boards up. Yeah, so I was a little bit aggressive, and I felt something I haven't felt for a long time coming out of that turn. I'm not sure what it was, but it was something about losing lift under one wing, and it didn't feel good. Didn't feel good at all. So I snapped a couple of wings in DCS too, thinking it was an arcade game. No, I was not thinking. I was just not, educated enough to know that you can't really push it that hard in a turn, because you got the surface for doing that. You got the surfaces to snap wings to really break up midair if you're not careful. Alright. Boards out. Hook coming down. I'm gonna let the gears come down as well. I suppose it's the left one, the little patch right there. Oh man. Oh yeah, there's the zoom. Okay, good. Darn it. I'm trying out my buttons. I assigned a few for zooming really fast, so I don't have to reach for the mouse. Full flaps. Terrible approach. Maybe the winds are not as calm no longer, but yeah, no. I believe I do, Paul. I believe I do have the super carrier package. It's somewhat confusing which one is which, because I have another package. Just because I got two packages and they are both active. Because of my friend, he's on an Xbox, and I think the super carrier package was not available on his marketplace, so that's why I have to go with the other one as well. And that one doesn't have the functions like personnel and stuff like that. This up here, you can use the controls for setting up the right catapult and align with the wind, align the ship with the wind, quick taxi, multiplayer, auto sync, such things. So it's pretty useful, yeah, and cooler than the other one. It is worth it, yeah. I mean, functionality wise, it seems to be working way better. And the other one is, I think, uses, what was it, Ford something? Anyway, that deck is so blacked out for me. You don't see the meatball, you don't see nothing. It's so friggin' hard to really nail it, and you just see the lines when you're so close. Then it's basically too late to do any kind of adjustments at that point. So it's just ridiculous. That's why I kind of love using the other one. So yeah, the super carrier package is worth it. I think that's the one. I'm not 100% sure we're talking about the same one because I need to check the name. I basically just checked it out once and then I bought it. I didn't care about the name anymore, so. My gears transitioning. Gears are down. I really hope they will release more liveries for the Heatblur Tomcat. I'm missing gunfighters. That squadron was really relevant for Top Gun and Miramar, so I kind of think it's strange they would include the what was it? Sluggers? I think it was Sluggers, I'm not sure. Well, that was VF103, and at some point they adopted Jolly Rogers, so they became the Jolly Rogers, so it would not disappear. Basically, the skull, the cool livery. So there were no Sluggers. Nevertheless, they included those, but so you can say the Sluggers are in it, like they were in it on the A model with Jolly Rogers, of course, and Jolly Rogers VF103 and Sluggers VF103, but they didn't include, I think it's 124? 142, 124. I forgot the gunfighters VF number, but my hook is still down. Yeah.
Fuel 11,000.
11,000. I watched your video flying with your mate. I saw how dark the deck. Yeah. Yeah, then you saw it. It's ridiculous. And it's not lit. I mean, where are the lights at? No lights, nothing. Maybe you're able, maybe you can enable them, and I don't know about that, so it might be my ignorance, but man, those markers on the deck are really not visible. And I would buy the shade of the deck, so I think it's supposed to be pretty dark, but the markers not supposed to be dark. I don't believe they would. So who's down here? Who is down here? Trying to mate with a what is that? F-22, or is it a F-35 with a Tomcat? Just kidding. Obviously. That would be one ugly bird. Just kidding, it would be beautiful. Okay. Not on idle, but almost.
feet.
That was not half bad, I think. Although we're not down yet. There we go. We must line up the time we can fly. Yes, absolutely. Sign me up, man. how should we do it? Right. I mean, you can maybe leave me a message on Xbox something. Leave some mark and see if we can come together later, right? Thank you, Paul. Appreciate it. It just happened to work out that way. I was a little bit, you know, that was a tight turn. And it's, yeah, it was not fast. Oh, it was pretty slow too, so. I did that with the DC Tomcat, losing lift on the one wing, and that was it. Yeah, we need to override that. Hang on. The ladder thingy. Force crew. There we go, the ladder enabled. There we go. Now it's up. That's good. Cheers, Paul. I don't have the cam on right now, but I'm holding a Monster Cosmic Peach. Cheers. Alright, we're gonna find the moving carrier. The only downside of that moving carrier is when it turns around, basically. Because it does that in the moment, and it's doing it pretty fast. I was on deck once, parked when it was doing that, or actually I was setting up for launch, and I was perfectly set up. I was ready to leave, then everything just started turning. And I was like, oh shit, not right now. Like, I have to do it all over again because my position on the deck would be a whole lot different when it was done. So, yeah. And the first time I saw it, I actually didn't see the carrier itself, but I saw one of the battleships following it. And it was moving sideways, and I was like, whoa! What is going on? That was so freaky to watch. That was, oh man. Then I realized what was going on, so they would just put into their new position as the carrier was turning 180 degrees and going back along the coastline. So, oh boy. No, please keep riding, man. I'm enjoying it. I enjoy the input. Sometimes it feels like I'm just sitting here talking to myself. You know, today that's not a very serious thing to do. All the people is doing it on the streets, so just kidding, but you know, hands-free, whatever. But back in the 80s, that would be considered as like going to the nut house. That's your next stop, dude. Talking with yourself. So I have that reference still in my head, like imprinted. You're talking to yourself, man. But I know that's not the case. But so we got an F14 up in there, so that one doesn't have the Miramar DLC from the marketplace. So I'm probably not visible, but I'm gonna check this out. So I'm gonna go straight over there because I kind of want to know. My guess would be maybe my stabilizers is peaking up a little bit, but I'm not sure. So I'm gonna just check that right now, see if I can get a reference what they would see. And they will see. It looks like my stabilizers are actually above his main gears, the wheels, but it's not. We're not that close yet, so. Oh yeah, my first Heatblur videos. Yes, I'm glad you feel that way. Thank you, appreciate it. If you dig a little more, I actually have a few videos from the DCS time, longer ones, shorter ones. One with me talking Swedish with a friend, and one that is more, you know, music. Maybe some talking to. Yeah, that was both. And we were flying Area 51, checking that out, so it was pretty cool. Coming out of Henderson, I know that's not an airbase, but I thought that the field was so cool, so I actually used that one instead of what I don't know the other one, the name of it, I forgot, but the actual airbase, we didn't use that, we used Henderson, and I would set up the whole freaking ramp with Tomcats, and also other aircraft, but at some area was only Tomcats, and I took an aerial shot of that. Actually, no, I was taking a shot, but that was not an aerial one. It was me sitting on the ramp with the others, and all of them have swept wings. So you can just imagine this gray area, the whole ramp. That's all you see, and you see them lined up, the Tomcats. Everyone has sweep wing and overswept, and mine was, you know, all the way forward, so all the way out. So you could basically spot that only Tomcat among all the others, and that's me. But it was a cool shot. I actually used it like a photo, basically. No. Alright, so this is our reference. So he sees our tail number and maybe half the star on the vertical stabilizers. That's probably what he sees. If he's there. He's probably not, but that's what we can expect. Oh boy. Yeah, you do that, Paul, and you got yourself a wingman. You can be my wingman anytime, right? Anytime, baby. That's how we say it. Anytime, baby. I'd fly with anyone who recognizes the Tomcat in a respectable way. But yeah, I would not last long if it was all about Maverick stuff showing up. I'm not interested in that showing off stuff, but you can have some fun for sure. I mean, I understand that. I wouldn't take that away from anyone, but I flew with a couple, and you know, sometimes it's just getting too much, especially if they don't have the Tomcat and you got a freaking Airbus buzzing around your head constantly when you're trying to do stuff, you know. That's just like a disturbance a la grande. But yeah, it's about having fun. I know that. I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm just not into doing that kind of stuff. Maybe pushing a limit. I can do that, but I don't like going down. I really don't. It's like an ego thing. I'm like, oh, my ego is hurt. I just crashed. It could happen for real, you know. Just kidding. Alright, let's spread our wings and go for another one. We still have plenty of fuel. Let's be specific, okay? I just accidentally switched something. I heard the freaking click. I hate when that happens. You got your mouse over some switch and then you scroll and you hear a click and you're like, okay, what the frick did I change now? These were not what I changed, no. So I don't know what I changed. Both engines running. No lights except for these. I mean, alright, let's set her up, see if she's flyable. That Tomcat in the background looks almost like a painting on the hangar wall. Pretty cool painting if you ask me. Let's see. What shits me is that my cockpit is set up for... Hang on. I get a freaking heart in my chat window that's always in the way for some words. So I'm just doing this now. Cockpit is set up for GA. I wish I had a HOTAS. I'm not familiar with those two setups, so I've heard of them. So you mean like the HOTAS is your control unit, or what is it? Honeycomb. Okay, Alpha Bravo. Honeycomb, you say? That's nice. I want a honeycomb. Yeah. So I'm on old X52s, like 50 bucks or less, used many years ago. Still doing just fine. No glitches, nothing. They just work. They're just doing what they're supposed to do. Printed Cytec on them. Not Logitech, but Cytec. Just as for my yoke, the same thing there. It's still Cytec, so it's the old ones. But that one is, my yoke is converted. I opened it up and got rid of the springs and put rubber bands. That I, yeah, occasionally have to replace because they snap. But that's a long way, like 6 months, a year, depending on how much you use it or what kind of rubber you're using. Rubber bands. So I just bought better ones that I'm gonna use next time. I got the, you know, the one in different colors before, so those are cheaper and they don't work as long. But it's a whole lot better, you know, feeling in the yoke. It's more accurate, more soft, and you still have the center feeling, like you can center it. But it's not as jerky. With the springs, it kind of becomes jerky for whatever reason. Maybe the springs are too tight, you know, too strong. I don't know. No, I have a yoke and throttles, a couple out of room. Yeah. So you're flying the Tomcat with the yoke? No. You're flying it with a stick, right? Oh, we got an incoming plane here. Oh boy. I'm gonna see this. My lights on? Every light? Yeah, they are on. Oh. IFCH flight stick bought in '93. Oh boy. Well, there you go. Old stuff is freaking good, and they realized it, sadly. So they're just making stuff that breaks. Not that's not true, but you're gonna have to pay a lot of money, and sometimes when you do, you still don't get what it's worth. So what it should be worth anyway. So it would not. I mean, you assume you would get, you know, high quality products for the amount of money, but sometimes you don't. And that's a bummer. But yeah, things were usually made for lasting, to last. And of course that's not going to generate them any money. So I get the idea, but it's still frustrating. At least if you want to, you know, if you're going to put a lot of money into it. I don't know what's going on with that plane, so I'm going now. It might not even be heading here, so let's go. So I have some issues with the steering. Also because I have it in two places. I realize I don't want to have the rudders all over the place when I'm doing this, so I put that on the stick, so I just twist the stick. I can turn around. However, when I do both, it obviously stops turning at some point. Alright, flaps are set for takeoff. We got trim. This looks pretty good. Let's get going. Let's check out that moving carrier outside of the coast. It's a serial connector, but you can get serial to USB adapter, I think. Yes, I believe so. Yes, I think you can. Here we go.
Fuel 9,000.
Oh shit, I lost it again. That was freaking scary. I was not paying attention, that's for sure. You're expecting to see sky and you see the ground, then you're not aware of what you're doing. You have no freaking clue. I was checking the angle and I was almost getting to and then I saw the ground, so it was way too late to, you know, realize that. No margins whatsoever. Alright. Any of you boys seen an aircraft carrier around here? So I really wouldn't mind to have another flying buddy. I tried to get in touch with Gallus Prime. I usually fly with him. Big Tomcat fan. And I couldn't get a hold of him, so I don't know. I was like, okay, I'm gonna fly by myself tonight.
Fuel 7,000.
Yeah, it's amazing when you know involve clouds into the flying. I still think that without clouds it looks somewhat, I mean it looks good, but somewhat with lighting and the colors make it to look a little bit like a cartoon at some, you know, sometimes. And with the clouds, and especially this, you know, occasional clouds, not all, just only clouds, that creates a real neat effect and a whole new depth to flying in the simulator. Let's switch to the back seat, shall we?
Fuel shows Joker.
Fuel Joker. How about this, guys? Is this cool or what? This is freaking awesome. Yeah, this is a trade-off, man. PMDG, I believe it's the PMDG, but yeah, it is. They fly with the gears down, and I don't know why that is, but they do, and it's so ridiculous. It kind of ruins everything, but it is cool to meet up with the guy up here in the clouds, above the clouds. Yeah. Hello there, good sir. Would you consider, you know, landing gears down? No? Okay. Well, have a safe flight or whatever. Yeah, they always fly with the gears down with the PMDG. It's somewhat of a configuration bug, I believe. I hate that because that scene would have been so freaking cool. But just the fact they have the gears down just ruins most of it. It's a nerd thing. Don't try to understand if you're not a nerd, flying nerd, aviation nerd, whatever. All right, let's fly back. I don't know. We still have some fuel. It would be awesome to spot the carrier at this point. It would be really nice.
Fuel 5,000.
I think I've been there too. that specific stop, the freeway. Took a couple of shots of seagulls. Turned out pretty cool, pretty good. It was a big deal to visit Southern California. I'm gonna live of that for many years to come. Hopefully not too long, until I'm able to return. It's somewhat painful how expensive things turn, and I just can't manage. I just can't get it to work. So I'm gonna be stuck in cold Sweden, which is not a bad thing, but you know, I have had it all my life, so I appreciate it, but I need you know, sunshine, warmer weather. I need the sea air, sea breeze, and I need palm trees in my life. Yeah, me too. I also need to update my knowledge database on the nav. I want to be able to navigate, and at some point, if I have time and energy, I would like to fly, yeah, a world tour around the world or whatever with the Tomcat. That was kind of on my list for a long time. Then we just create an old paint scheme, an old livery, kind of the one that I have for the DC one, a blue on top and gray at the bottom, or light gray, almost white, and it's called Retired Baby. We got a Tomcat sitting on the vertical stubs with a Hawaii shirt and umbrella drink, you know, cocktail, whatever in their hand, in his hand. So it's kind of a cool thing. Retired Baby. I can identify myself with that, even though I'm not retired, but my butt is. So I just worked a lot. I had lived in the fast lane, you can say. Hyper. That's my brain, or used to be. And one day it was just not cutting it anymore. Like, I don't care, man. The brain said, I'm burnt out. You do what you want. I'm not gonna support you anymore. So I kind of had to recover from that, and I did pretty good. But I'm still struggling with when anyone would put pressure on me and let me know it's some pressure on you now, and I don't really care about how that's gonna affect you. And that's not gonna work out. I can do good work as long as I'm setting the pace and the effort. Then I can have good results. But if someone doesn't see it, you know, it's pointless. This is a cool spot as well. Been riding motorbicycle on that road. That was freaking awesome. Alright, I believe we're back at La Jolla. We had Miramar there, but I haven't seen any ships. I see a lot of ships, but I'm not seeing any carriers. Maybe move a little further out. We still have some fuel to work with, although not so much. We're reaching Bingo pretty soon. That would mean Miramar if I don't have one go on the carrier. So I'm gonna try 1 or 2 goes. I could go for 2 actually, because we have Miramar just behind us and there's the carrier. So this is not the Ford. I believe it's uses Nimitz, I think. I don't remember, but it's CVN CVN 68 anyway. And I already set the TACAN for that, but that's still something that I haven't really got. Right. Yeah, right. Also, one more thing I'd like to do before I come in for an approach on a carrier is dim down the HUD. It's way too bright. That's better. Gonna reset my views so nothing would be weird. And maybe, yeah, there we go. That's the one. My landing configuration, camera view, or zoom, you could say. A little early with the wheels there, but it's fine. It's gonna be a short approach. Full flaps. Setting the trim. I'm still not doing like I'm still doing visual approaches with no other references than my eyes. So I need to do something about that at some point. It's not always these kind of conditions. So we got a crosswind. Feels like. Yeah, I'm happy to inspire, man. I'm happy to inspire. It's an important thing in life to get inspired. Without that, not much is gonna be.
More bingo.
Thank you, Chester, for the call out. Man, that's a wave off. Coming in for another one. I don't even monitor my altitudes. I'm totally on visual reference, and it's good to have, but it's only gonna, you know, work for so long. It depends on circumstances and other things, and I'm gonna need more references, that's for sure. Flaps, half flaps. Gears coming down.
Got a master caution back here.
Alright. Flaps down, full. So I was a little shallow last time, and I kind of chickened out as I was approaching the deck, and didn't let it, you know, descend as fast in as fast rate as I wanted it to. That's what happened. I think I'm shallow now as well. I don't know. gonna go with it anyway. We got the ball. Ah! Darn it. That was weird. Second time. Gears up. The aft of the ship kind of freaks me out. That's why I'm doing this. I don't want to crash into it, so I'm probably overcompensating, something like that. Doing some too much input at the last moment. I don't know. I fly mainly by feel, says Paul. Seat of the pants. What? Always works for me. Seat of the pants. Never heard that. Sounds funny though. We still got fuel. And it's no issue, we're really close to Miramar anyway, but oh man, now I'm super high instead. That's so I usually perform better when I don't overthink it. It's kind of like an attack. You just do. And as soon as you start to overthink it, overanalyzing it, it's gonna end up like this. So being too careful. But yeah, it's a sweet spot. So being too aggressive, that's not gonna cut it anyway. Not in a long haul. I'm way too fast. To drop speed. Yeah, I know what I forgot. The boards weren't out, so was my configuration mistake. Here we go. I just remembered that in the last minute, and that's probably the main thing why I screwed up so much. I forgot the air brakes, the boards. Oh man. Checklist, please. I need to do something about that checklist, man. It was just working out. As soon as I noticed it, like, oh right, the boards, it was doing exactly what I wanted it to. So I just dropped down on deck. Don't know what wire we got though, but it doesn't matter. We're down. We can refuel. What is going on here? I'm not able to sweep. Oh yeah, I know what. Flaps down. There we go. Gonna get rid of this as well. That one. There we go. Now there's a screenshot for you guys. Or more something like this. Such a beast. I love her dearly. So right, let's move off the landing area. Alright, this is gonna have to do for now. Some weird positioning there, but we'll have to do for now. Just gonna refuel. Not gonna switch off anything, we're gonna get going. We are going to get going before it decides to turn back, right? I don't know at what point. You should get a warning. Okay, we're gonna turn around in so and so many seconds. And then you would, you know, not line up until it's done. Line up with the catapult.
Okay.
There we go. Yeah, this carrier set is cool. I think this is actually... Let's see if this is the one. I'm not sure. Hang on. Super carriers. Controls. No, yeah, so this is not the one. Because at this point when I activate the... What is it? Number 1, number 2. Jesus, I forgot. Number 1, number 2. 3 and 4. Okay, let's say it's number 2. You should see people appear. But they don't, so... It's not the super carrier package. However, the one in the Bay area of San Diego, sitting in the dock, that's actually the super carrier. But yeah, they got moving ones and they got stationary ones, or not moving, static. So just gonna get rid of this. I have no clue how to activate the carrier functions. I'm still just using the functions built into the aircraft whenever I launch. I tried that a couple of times to set that one up. Even on the super carrier, I was not able. So I ended up using the catapult function built into the aircraft at launch. Let's use number 4, shall we? We're gonna travel across the arresting cables. I'm not sure about the procedure, but I would believe you're not gonna cross any of these. Let's see what we got here. Yeah, I don't know, maybe you're supposed to go down this way and just round this last one, but I'm not sure. I don't think you're supposed to go between these. Like I said, I'm not sure. I love the lighting. The lighting is really nice right now. Let's see what we got here. Trying the perfect lineup here, but I always fail. Not always, but 90% of cases I'm not. It looks aligned, it looks straight, then I realize I'm not. So. Oh man, it's not. But this is as far as you would take it, I guess. Then the rest is after you're lowering your nose strut. That's basically from there. It's gonna work by itself, but it doesn't. So I don't know. But it's pretty lined up. I would go with this before the ship decides to turn around. So. Let's do this. No strut down. Okay. I said no strut down. There we go. See, I'm not lined up. Somewhat lined up. As good as it gets. Alright, let's spread those wings. We have a pretty aggressive pitch up on the trim, so I'm gonna reduce it ever so slightly, but somewhat. It's better. Full flaps. I don't know where it is supposed to be, but I don't think I've seen these up, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna have it on right now. I think I'm gonna be here and do it from here anyway. So, internal or external? What do you guys like? Should we be inside or outside taking off? I can't freaking get enough of this airplane. It's like beyond beautiful. Let's see what you're riding there, Paul. One of those kits has moving carriers. Yeah, the Super one has both. So, and you get one outside of San Diego, I believe, maybe outside of LA, and then you get up and about Alaska, I guess Anchorage, perhaps. Then you got, oh man, that was weird. Then you got outside of Honolulu as well, on Hawaii. So, internal, all right, you got it. Brakes on. Mail power. Burner. And off we go. Oh man. He already left the freaking catapult. Too much, I guess.
Fuel 20,000.
Too much up trim, nose up trim. That was weird. That felt so weird. This is beautiful. All right, let's go down to Montgomery. It's a field that means a lot to me. And just do a couple of touch and goes. I always do. Or almost always. Burners on. Yeah, I'm very happy to know that, Paul. Very happy you appreciate this. I do that.
Fuel 19,000.
And I'm happy to share it. Oh boy, I didn't see that one come in. Oh boy, yeah. I guess that's a reset. I'm sorry for that. Yeah, I would not fly outside, should I? I don't have any reference at all. That actually looked like I was like at least 500 feet above the ground, but I was not. UFOs. Where did you see the UFOs? I was more a JATO assistant launch than a catapult launch. Yeah, that was a JATO. Definitely a JATO. That was crazy. All right.
Roger.
Chester is enabled. Disable Chester self-ejection. Disabled. Connected. What else do we got? All right, let's go to the next one. Set home base.
Roger that.
And also
INS aligned and ready.
INS alignment ready, so he doesn't, you know, nag me about that. Set the radar on 100. No, that was wrong. Hang on. What am I doing wrong here? There we go. 100.
Alrighty.
And what else?
Yep.
Yep. That's all I got, I think, from now. All I know of, at least. Let's get on with the next step. And this is a good practice, so I don't mind to have to do it again. TACAN still set on 68. TR. Manual in both. Bam, bam, bam. Let's see, what else do we got? We got this one, radar, altitude. Setting 2994 on the altimeter. And unlock that, uncage. Let's put the lights where they're supposed to be. And bam, bam, bam. Just gonna put everything on. Not gonna care about that right now. Everything on. Right engine. Yeah, and this one, like I said, it doesn't work. The hydraulic pump. Seems I forgot something. Or maybe not. It's coming around, so yeah. Farmer Beavis. Let's take Paul first, I'm sorry. Splash one for Farmer Beavis. Yeah, Splash one. Sorry I didn't see you there. That was you riding the Jano. It was a lot to process. I'm sorry about that. Farmer Beavis. Can you technically even fly the F14 from the back seat? Yeah, I mean, I was doing it. But no, I don't know. I heard something about being able to land, but I don't know. I can't answer that, sadly. But if you're in the back seat, we got this little stick here, so one would assume you are actually able to fly it or land it at least, you know. But ejection CMD, I don't see any throttles here, so yeah, that would be the thing. Yeah, so it's gonna be to eject yourself basically. I don't see any throttle lever that you could use. Ejection CMD lever, what's that? I'm not gonna touch it then. Alright, getting back into the front. We got the number one going, so I'm gonna reduce the throttle, way overdue. Air source both engines, running number one. Cranking the throttle. Yeah, let's while it's doing that, we can run the tests somewhat. Go, no go. It's not done yet, so I guess that's why you can't really run it yet. Shouldn't be running it yet. Please. Alright, I'm gonna get back to this later. Just gonna see number 1 spool up. It's supposed to be able to restore the throttle above 50, something like that, of oil pressure. And that's that. Probably can with the shared cockpit mod. That is out. I tried that. The shared cockpit mod. I tried that one in DC Tomcat. At that moment in time, it didn't work well. So some of the instruments didn't line up. It was dark, or became dark eventually. It mostly works with, you know, built-in aircraft into the sim, like the King Air, for instance. That one worked, but it's cloning your aircraft basically and putting the other guy in the other seat. That's what's happening. So it actually worked, but not with the Tomcat. I would find it really strange if it worked well with this one, because this is a simulator in itself. You can say, almost. I'm gonna let this up, and they are coming around. Gonna reduce my HUD. I don't have to have much of that. Engines are stable. Let's taxi out. There's one thing that bugs me a bit. This plate down here called engine shutdown. Ever tried to reach this one and accidentally shut down your engines? Just put the throttles up and they would come around again. But that is so annoying when you do that. It's like, that was not intended. Let's taxi out. Let's do this first. There we go. Parking brake off. Oh boy. That didn't look too good with the wheel there. It's kind of a... Let's get off the rudders, shall we? Move the stick instead. Or twist the stick. Twist and shout, twist and shout. All the Hornets. I'm not even gonna get into that. Don't get me started. David and Farmy Beavis, I'm coming at this as a GA pilot, General Aviation pilot. I need a lot of help. Head in the books. Well, I think you're gonna appreciate flying with my friend Paul. A friend I was mentioning before, Gallus Prime. He's reading into it big time, so he's my go-to guy. And if we're gonna fly together, we're gonna end up flying with him as well, for sure. But yeah, so stick in the back, according to some documentations. That's for radar controls. Yeah, and the targeting pod. Navy fighters typically don't have rear seat controls. Yeah, gotcha. Zooming out a bit. I like how the suspension is working on this one. For one, really annoying thing was about the DC Tomcat, where the whole nose gear basically went into the ground. That was how he solved that. And I think it still does. Still doing it. Alright. Trim set for takeoff. Flap set. And we still have a lot of lights going on here, but I don't think they actually work as they should. See? Now 2 of them ramp lights came back. But yeah. Those are on and off. I don't really know. They are not. They're coming back. Okay. Fine. Air start switch off. Doesn't have anything to do with that. Ram air increase. I don't know how to get these to be out. Maybe they're not supposed to be out. I don't know. I have no clue. Let's get going though. Yeah, I'm also here to learn. A lot of input, but yeah, like I said, you should fly with my buddy Gals Prime, and we're gonna learn a lot together because he's reading into it. As a dedicated Tomcat fan he is. So I get these occasional spool up and spool down noises. The spool up doesn't really bother me that much, but whenever I hear the spool down noises, I'm like, what is going on? The engine seems normal. Why is that sound? So this one doesn't have an APU, so I don't really know where that freaking sound is coming from. I was doing it again. Spooling up. I'm not doing anything, really. Maybe it's a fan or vent or something. Now it's spooling down. So weird. Maybe it's the air in the cabin. You know what I forgot, by the way? I forgot that last time as well. Or my ejection seat. Alright. Let's go. Oh, she wants off the ground. Man. Oh, it's the bug. It's the bug again. Thank you so much, man. Ah, I hate that bug. That's so weird. You can't do anything at all. It's like, you know what? I'm gonna go back to the main menu and just gonna set it up on the yeah. I'm gonna set it up on the runway. Sadly, I thought they fixed that, so maybe the new update, one can only hope they fixed that issue. I believe it might be connected to when you reload your flight, because I don't believe I had that at all, just starting up the flight and flying within for hours, landing, shutting off engines, coming back up, no issues. Yeah, there was actually once, so that was not it. Anyway, yeah. Oh boy. So yeah, here's someone is here. Who might that be? Why can I see that here? Oh, thank you so much. He's just crashing the whole game. That was excellent. Oh man, this is not too much waiting, is it? Start everything up again. Oh boy. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm using the X52, former Cytec / Logitech, for the Tomcat, and then I have I don't even know the model number, but the regular yoke and throttle quadrant for Logitech, but it's also Cytec, so it's an old one. I made like leather handles for that one, so it feels kind of exclusive. Not real leather though, but it feels good. It's softer than just the plastic, so it would feel way better than like I said before, I modded it on the inside, removing the strong feathers, not feathers, springs, sorry. Feathers. Springs, and added um, rubber bands. The reason I said feathers is because in Swedish it's the same word. Spring and feather, if you wonder. Yeah, so the game crashed, and before that, the Tomcat was bugging out with full nose up, impossible to recover or do anything. It doesn't matter. I saw the trim was set normal, pitch up, takeoff, and it was just, yeah. I kind of had a suspicion when it tried to get off the ground, as that fast, even though I didn't put much input at all. It was immediately trying to leave ground, and soon after that, I realized that bug is happening again.
FS Realistic Connected.
This is good content. Waiting for Flight Sim to reload. Yes. One can only hope it's gonna load. It's moving forward slowly. Ever so slowly. Yeah, I'm really sorry for this, guys. All I can be. Nothing I can do about it. It's just Microsoft being Microsoft. My machine is not slow. It's actually pretty fast. So it's not about that. It's about, I'm sure it's about Microsoft in this case. All right. Hmm. We might as well start at Montgomery. This part, I would start here, but I'm gonna do the procedures once more. I just want to do it. It doesn't feel right whenever I start on the, I don't know. And also, if I restart, I usually want to practice the procedures. If I start on the runway, if something happens, I'm gonna restart. I'm never gonna get used to the procedures because I'm just gonna start on the runway every time, and everything will be set up, and I would not have a clue. Uh, what? Hang on. Okay, probably it's from resetting the flight. Yes, I had some strange behavior from the sim with that before. Yes, Farmer Beavis. Uh, Paul says install the newest version from Heatblur. Maybe it's fixed that issue. Maybe, but they have like made three or four I think, updates so far. And then maybe, I don't know. Hopefully. So far it hasn't solved anything. That's a $76 million down the drain so far this trip. Yeah. Yeah, that's right. Two Tomcats written off. Yeah. This is my way of doing a Maverick, right? Bad Maverick. Bad. Bad Dobie. Alright.
Okay. Roger. INS aligned and ready.
Thank you. Set destination to home base. Oh, nice. So we can get him to do that. That's lovely.
Roger. Roger.
All right. I think I got most of it set. All right, let's start from the beginning. Oxygen. TACAN, not gonna care about that, but I'm gonna turn it on. Manual, both. Bam, bam, bam. Okay. On cage. Gun rate low. Like that was something. Start her up now, so oh, that's, hang on, that was the wrong one. There we go. Ah, yeah. Oh, that was not, hang on. It's better. Right engine. I forgot that one. There we go. It's coming alive. It's oil pressure reaching 50. Stabilizing. Right. Air source both engines. Engine number 1. A little stuttery here, but injection seat armed. So this one is freeware from Flight Sim FLT.sim something. So I downloaded this one, the Montgomery Field. It's top notch. Not even for being free, like it's top notch even if you would pay for it. It's very accurate and well done. So that's not a marketplace thing. What was I thinking? It's soon time for me to eat. My blood sugar is getting low, so we'll see how well this is gonna turn out to be. Air start switch off. Maybe that's the thing that's spooling up all the time, spooling down or whatever. It's because I'm forgetting about shutting it off. Oh, everything is off. Well, okay, I'm not gonna fill with that. Everything is really not lit. Nothing is lit anymore. That's perfect. Alright, I got controls, rudders. Let's I could remove wheel shocks, although I don't have to do that. Because when I disable my, or disengage my parking brake, they would be removed anyway. So. Alright, I'm gonna do right turn, so I'm not gonna put any other planes in my jet wash. I'm trying. That bus is just annoying. It's not supposed to be here. Let's see, the winds are calm. Gonna have a tailwind, just, you know, a tad, nothing much. 1 or 2 knots, maybe. That's without the dark star. What is that? Okay, 2 Tomcats were off. Mav rode off at least 3 times. Yeah, that's without the dark star. I gotcha. I'm sorry to say I'm not a true fan of the second movie. I wasn't expecting anything. That's also, you know, the thing. When you don't expect anything, you're not supposed to be disappointed or whatever. But I don't know. I maybe have to rewatch it or whatever. But first half of the movie was, for me, in my eyes, it was just trying to create some kind of backstory that was, or everyone knew about it. Everyone who has seen Top Gun 1. And Penny Benjamin, I didn't get that, why they would include her, really. So yeah, the first half of the movie was basically that for me, and I was just okay, you're trying to reconnect, whatever. It was nice to see Val Kilmer for sure. That was a big deal. It was nice to see Mav's old bike too. But other than that, no fuzzy feelings at all. And you know, I was waiting for the Tomcat, which of course was mock-up and, well, maybe somewhat real, but also CGI, so of course one would expect that. So it was exciting. The rest of the movie was quite, you know, it was good excitement with flying and stuff, but overall not so impressed. And it was a big hype about the movie, so okay, that's fine. Whatever. I'm still gonna rewatch the first movie. I have a good few words describing the second movie. I'm gonna work on that. I'm not gonna fire away just yet. I just want to describe it very easily with a few words, and I'm gonna come up with that because I have something going on. Well, that's gonna be for another time. I'm all over the place at this point. Still hearing the spool sounds that freaking me out up in the air, but it's fine. Flaps. All right. Setting trim. For sequel to such a great movie, it was good. Okay. I have never seen those films. Not even on TV. Hang on a sec. I got that freaking heart in the way. I'm not even using it. Let's use the heart. Oh, it didn't work. Right. I don't even own a TV. That's I think that's a good choice. Actually, nowadays especially, not owning a TV. Very healthy. All right. I own an old one, which is not connected to the network. It's more about my sitting position when watching my YouTube stuff that I like to watch about trucks or planes, aviation, stuff like that. So that's more about me not sitting by the computer, but laying in bed or, you know, on my couch/bed. So that's as much. It's more of a big screen than a TV actually. All right, let's get going.
Clear speed 100.
Thank you. Rotate.
Flaps up 220.
Normally I would not do a left pattern, but I'm going to do that now. As we have Lindbergh's Airport on the left.
300. Wings auto.
I love this. This looks amazing. The mist. Moist in the air. Thank you, Paul. Much appreciated. Much appreciated. Thank you. Maps living in quarters in the second. Though, yeah. Airstream trailer in hangar, but out in the desert. P51 and a bunch of bikes. Nice. Yeah. It is though.
Fuel 9,000.
Ah, that was kind of aggressive. One would feel it. Yeah. So we got the stutters, as this is a newly started game. And we're gonna have them for a little while, and it's gonna settle. It always does. Alright. Coming in for touch and go on Montgomery. Runway 28R, I believe. Right. Boards out. Coming in fast, coming in hot. Gears coming out. Full flaps.
Feet, 400, 250, 150 feet, 100,
Yeah, so we got to deal with the stutters. We're gonna go downtown just so
8,000.
we would read in every freaking detail down there, because that's usually the part that causing all of this. Like I mentioned before, I downloaded every piece of this area, even the remote areas outside of it, or not the remote, but you know, like the suburbs parts, and also into the desert. But I have the highest resolution on downtown, or the highest, what is it, like level of detail is, and it's still doing that stuttery crap. I know this place. Pours out.
Hey, keep an eye on the sink rate.
Yeah, a lot of stutters going on right now. It's not a smooth feeling at all. Enough to keep flying though, but oh boy, these stutters. Oh crap, don't do this now. I need the frames.
I think my vertebrae just turned into vertebros. They seem so much closer.
You're so funny, Chester. I don't know what you said, but you're funny. I know you are. Go. Nose wheel unlocked, or whatever you would say. So this is among the super carriers, I believe, so I can actually get personnel on deck, which I'm gonna do. Oh man, it just stopped turning. Almost hit that little island. I don't know what they are called, but so yeah, let's get those people out on deck. See how that works. Controls, and that would be number 4. And there they are. The people waving you in for a lineup with the catapult. Let's get to it. But yeah, I still don't know how to activate the launch without. Maybe I need to deactivate the launch system in the Tomcat. So I'm gonna try to do that now. Hang on. What was that? It was here. Toggle non-STK arrestor wire functionality. I want this, yeah. Radar, toggle chest to voice. No, this was not it. I thought I saw something about that. What was that? Hang on. There we go. I think in the little island is where the catapult. Yes, they do. I know that much. I just don't know what they are called. But it's like a control room down there. It's pretty cool. What was that? Can I move this? Oh, cool. I can move this one around with a scroller wheel. So I don't have to have it like in the middle of... That's pretty cool. Yeah, sure, why not? That's pretty useful, I believe. So we got functionalities, execute, checklist, nothing. I mean, if somewhere, I think this is where it's supposed to be. But all you can do is toggle the non-SDK arrestor wire functionality. I'm pretty sure I saw it somewhere. Alright. I guess I was mistaken. Yeah, basically to have the best, smoothest experience for me in this area would be to just shut off the... Maybe it's the AI traffic, I don't know. I would have to try that. Because I kind of want other players to be around me. That's nice. To see other people flying. But the frame rate is... It's ridiculous right now. It's the worst yet. I've tried this carrier before, but that was probably with multiplayer switched off. Oh man, I just hit something. Well. Let's see. Alright, no strut down, and wings out. Oh, they were already out? It's interesting, okay. Flaps set to max. Oh, darn it. There we go. Takeoff trim set. Alright. Where are you, man? Okay, that's good. So I set the configuration. What do you want me to do now? It doesn't say much. Maybe I have to push something on the control unit here. So I'm going to do that. No? Come back, sir. Oh. Alright, so it's ready for launch, I guess. Or? Oh man. So it's in conflict by now. It's in conflict with the functionality of the carrier and the... Alright, hang on. I'm going to try to help it. It seems to be messed up. Something is not right. Hang on. All right, here we go.
Fuel 7,000.
I don't know what I did, when I did it, and why I did it, and what triggered what. I'm so confused about that right now. But it seems like... So, whenever I spool up the engines on deck like that with the strut down, it would activate the launch, the built-in launch system. And that came to be a conflict with the launch system on that carrier, it looked like to me. So which launch system was firing me away, I have no clue. But I made it away. I'm in one piece yet, so. Alright, Farmer Beavis, you have a good one. Thanks for watching. I'm sorry if I didn't catch your message there. It was 4 minutes ago. I really need to set up something for the hook. That was not of importance, but now it is of importance. Stutter, stutter, stutter. Almost impossible to fly. Man, this is not good. Let's try another one. So I must say this is by far the worst. Usually it comes around and stutters are gradually disappearing. So if it's not going to do on the next approach, then it's probably not working. That theory. Boards coming out, full flaps, gears, hook down. Full flaps. It's a nice playground, I must say. A lot of options now to land on or approach.
Yep, I think the yellow crow just abandoned ship. Thank God he took the paddles with him.
There we go. Okay. Boards down, nose wheel. It's not working. Try again. There we go. All right. Gonna take a little tour on deck here. Check it out. Good thing it's cleaned up from other aircraft right now, so we can use it. I guess that's the whole point. But I'd like to see the Tomcat sitting at that would be port side, I believe. Not sure, but I think it's sitting over there, port side, aft, something. In real life. So we're gonna fry this Hornet. Oh boy. Oh, right. Hang on, this doesn't have... Right, this probably just have 2 catapults. I'm thinking. I was just turning around expecting to find a catapult, but no catapult to be found. All right, one more takeoff. And we're gonna fly over to Miramar or Montgomery. Haven't decided yet, but and I probably won't fit here either, but I don't know, maybe. Barely. Maybe these lines are, I don't know, it's somewhat confusing. Anyway, doesn't matter really. Just gonna do the pushback and... Oh, there we go. Strut. Kneel. Kneeling. That's about it. Trim is set. You're good to go. I'm gonna put this one on landing for the next occasion. All right, here we go. Up. Flaps coming up.
Fuel 5,000. Watch the ground.
I'm watching it, Chester, I'm watching it. Alright, I thought I would take you guys
Master caution.
to the desert a little
Bingo
bit.
fuel.
Bingo fuel, really? Already? Alright. It's gonna be a short flight. Oh, doesn't have to be though. Hang on. I probably didn't fuel her up.
Roger.
There we go. Some cheating at its best. There we go. Fuel full.
Fuel 20,500. Fuel 20,000.
See how this goes.
Fuel 19,000.
Chester, your little drama queen. Wow.
Fuel 18,000. Fuel 16,000.
16,000, Chester. That seems like something slow. And check it out. Just disappeared on me. It looks like it. Just freaking disappeared. There we go.
Fuel 15,000.
Yeah, me too, Cat. Obviously. Thanks for the input. So I'm going on and off with the burners, trying to not overdo it, since the A model is quite sensitive for that. Going back and forth and
Fuel 14,000.
14,000, Chester. Oh shit, that was it. Oh man, flat spin from nowhere. Oh crap. Jesus. Man, I couldn't. I'm not sure what I did actually. I'm also not sure if it's triggered like correctly, so maybe I was doing something. I think I still had speed. I'm gonna rewatch the stream. I think I still had speed, so I was not going too slow. Maybe I did something with the throttle. I'm not sure. Man, that's the third plane today. Jesus. Yeah, this is not a good day. But yeah. It's constant updates from Heatblur. So if you bought it from Heatblur, you're gonna get constant updates. I'm not familiar with what they are changing, but it might be about flight dynamics, and if the plane is gonna change after every update, never gonna settle really. Excuses, but I usually know where I mess up, and I just don't know what I did right now. So if anyone saw my actual airspeed just right before that happened, let me know. Otherwise, I'm gonna rewatch the stream. Of course, no one did see what I did with the throttle, so it might be it. I don't know. I don't know. Let's see. I've dropped from FL60 like that. Flight level 60. Yeah. Can't get out of the spin. I don't know what server I'm on. Just open, so it's open for everyone. I have no clue how you check that for servers. But I'm not gonna fly for much longer. I'm gonna eat because I'm getting low on blood sugar and just pushing it because this is so much fun. But I'm getting there, you know, not knowing what I'm doing anymore, really. But one last one. I mean, I can't just end the stream with crashing. That's no. That's not a. If you know, like rage quitting is one thing, but if you're not angry with anything, then it's external power.
Roger that. Yep.
Full fuel, thank you. Removed. Radar will show. Yes. On. And also, I don't want you to bail out. Where is that? It's here. Disable. Eject. 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 Wow. Yeah. And then we got. Next step is, I guess, I would say the home base. Set that one.
Roger that.
And then I guess it's the. Hang on. This one.
INS ready.
Thank you, because I still don't know how to set that one up. Radar. I want that for 100 miles. And I would like to set up the aircraft with just external tanks. And no more things to set up right now. I got power. Like to think I do. Starting from the left, oxygen. Jeez, there we go. Not gonna set the tack on. Put it on TR though, so it's ready. Manual, both. AFCS. This is for pitch. This is for roll. And this is for yaw. Yaw. And gotta check the radar altitude. Right. Hang on. Something's not right. Uncage that one. Oh, we don't have power. Did you freaking remove? Yes. It's disconnected.
You got it.
So how would I know anything else is set up now, Chester? It's obvious that I can't really count on you. You're trying to bail out and stuff mid-flight. I don't like that, Chester. Altimeter set on 290, 2990, sorry. On cage. Not gonna use the gun, but set that on low gun rate. VDI HUD SHD on, and HUD display gonna tune down the brightness, tone down the brightness, or dim down, whatever you say. Whatever floats your boat. Nav radio on, lights all on. Not gonna bother with regulations right now. Just gonna put everything on. Except for formation lights. Those are still off. Hydraulic transfer pump doesn't work. Gonna roll number 2. So air for number 2. Right engine. crank, right engine. There we go. Throttle. Yeah, it's been a couple of startups today, so that's good. Then I can add eventually more stuff into the procedures as I go. Alright, let's see what you're riding there, Cat. Come play at KLSV. Yeah, someday I will. Right now, I've been going for over 3 hours now. So I'm gonna do one last flight so I can end this in a good way. And then I'm going to eat something. So maybe next time, Cat. KLSV, Kilo Lima Sierra Victor, where's that? NA East. NA, that's for, not sure. Right. Setting it on both. Air on both. Cranking number. Number 1, left engine. Yeah, but I would love to fly. I would definitely want to fly. I'm not sure, so no promises. I might dropping by later, maybe off stream. If it's really cool, I might start one other stream, but that's not a promise. I have no clue what's going on tonight, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I have my flight rig set up, so I have all the controls up. I'm not very fond of changing that back and forth between the steering wheel and this, so it's more likely that I would be flying next time than driving trucks. But you never know with me. I'm a surprise for everyone, including myself. I'm always a surprise. Life is interesting. All right, we have oil pressure, so and last but not least, ejection seat arm. We're good to go. Didn't do the tests, but we're not gonna do that right now. We've done that so many times today, so it's fine. Let's taxi out. Oh man, I'm gonna actually start off with a left turn, but I'm gonna go over, turn to the right. This is not easy. This is somewhat complicated to turn with this. Doing it efficiently. So right now I'm using right brake, wheel brake, to be able to really turn tight. And then I have to find a sweet spot on the throttle when it doesn't push too much, so you go straight ahead, or it doesn't lose power, so we not turn at all. Well, we made it. It's always about the sweet spot, isn't it? So I'm gonna set up for landing, even though I'm gonna do a takeoff first. I don't have any much instrument references at this point anyway, so there we go. Put this one on radar. That was not it. This is it. Model is just freaking top notch. Of course, I'm not surprised, but very happy that Heatblur and IndiaFoxtEcho included the Heatblur Tomcat to Microsoft Flight Simulator. Man, I've been waiting for this, and I didn't even know about it in the beginning. I was just wishing for it, like, oh yeah, Tomcat. And this DC arrived, and it was fine. It was okay for the time being, but as a Tomcat fan, you kind of see all the details at the first glance. The cockpit was too wide. It was not, no, tall enough, like high enough, I would say it. It was somewhat weird proportions on the aircraft overall. I thought the nose was too wide too in the beginning. It seems like he might have changed that on the DC Tomcat. But then the wheelbase, that's too short, and I believe that's because the nose in general is a little undersized. So it would, if everything is on spot as it looks, this is the right wheelbase. If you look at any photo of the Tomcat from the side, this is what it is. And DC doesn't have that. So if you shrink your nose a little bit, the wheel ends up being around where maybe a couple of feet back, and you would see the difference. Overall, I think the model is looking good. The I'm talking about the DC now. This one is just an understatement. It's of course it's looking good. This one. Wouldn't expect anything else. The plane is already built before, so know what we would expect model wise. Spreading the wings. Yeah, I could fly at other places. I'm sure there are viewers wondering about why I'm always in Socal and I'm here a lot, but it's a playground for me. It's a lot of options, and now when I included 2 carrier sets, I have even more to choose from, because they are outside of LA and they are outside of San Diego and inside of the Bay Area as well. So it's a playground that has it all, in my opinion. If you want to have mountains, you can just go out in the backyard and turn between them and go down into the valleys and such. Or if you want to be out at sea, that's fine. If you want to be over city, beautiful city by the way, then you have that. So it has it all, in my opinion. Occasionally I like to fly up in Alaska. That's a different kind of flying in my opinion too, but usually I like to do seaplanes there, and you know, bush planes like that. Alright, let's go. Trim is set. She wants to go.
100 knots.
100 knots, rotate. Here we go.
20 flaps up.
Flaps up. Initiating right turn. I'm off full mill. Off to burners. Man, this is maneuverability. This, you know, size of a bird, it's amazing.
Wings auto.
Wings auto. Boards out. This is basically what I did. Maybe I actually got too slow. I don't know what happened when I crashed, but
Check the sink rate. Fuel 19,000.
got it just to 19,000. Got a plane on the taxiway there. That's not a taxiway. It's actually a plane taking off from 28 left. If it's in fact 28 left, 28. I think it's 28. Boards out. Feeling like a freaking hawk. I'm coming for you. GA aircraft, Cessna or something. All right. Got that spooling sound again. This is off, so I don't know what that is about. It freaks me out all the time. Gonna do a couple of runs on the short little field there. The one that is closest, just like a patch. Try that one again. Boards coming out. Full flaps. Gears coming down. Down. Good. Not gonna lower the hook. Not for this one. Trimming nose up a bit.
Feet, 300 feet, 200, 50,
flaps up, gear up. Visit Mount Soledad again before I go. Ah, that's outside of Las Vegas. Okay, I would love to do that, man. I used to fly in DCS from. I actually set up the Henderson Airport for Tomcats and other type of Navy equipment, Navy planes, just for fun. But I used to fly from there.
Feet, 150 feet, 40.
Flaps 1, flaps half, whatever you say. Afterburner.
Fuel 17,000.
17,000. So I'm gonna do a flyby, a slow one without the gears down. Ports out. Flaps 1. Flaps full.
Shit! Eject, eject, eject!
What is wrong with this
Whoa,
guy?
watch the ground.
Jesus. He is such a drama queen, but yeah, I mean, I would lose trust in myself too. I crashed 3 times on this one, so who could blame him, right? I'm off center now.
Fuel 16,000.
This is with the A model, like crazy. Alright, I might mess this one up, we'll see. No, didn't do it. No problemo. See the rainbow? Rainbows! Works out. we're good. That was the first wire. Ouch! That hurt. And I didn't have the gears down. That was interesting. Oh well. There you go. I'm gonna get something to eat because this is as good as it gets now from now on. I'm pretty sure. Wow. Better late than never. Could have worked out. Right. They won't come out. Or would they? Oh, it's turning! The ship is turning now! Man, this is so crazy. It's turning around. I'm glad you guys get to see this because this is... Oh! Oh, man! There's my wire. Jesus. Come on, you can do it! Oh, come on! Oh, here we go. Boink!
Dude, nice landing.
Nice landing! I'm sorry about that. I was just taken by surprise. Nice landing, he says. Man, we actually were able to take off from there. That was crazy. Okay. Probably full of damage. Let's head home. Next time it's gonna get better. I need to get some food because I'm so out of alignment. Out of alignment.
Fuel 13,000.
And yeah, I'm like, let's go home. And my brain like, no, let's do another one. You can do it. Come on. I'm like, shut the F up. I'm going to eat now. I need to eat something. A little addicted to the Tomcat now.
Fuel 12,000.
Hook is down. Of course it's still down. Alright. La Jolla.
Fuel 11,000.
And I'm so low. Power lines. Oh man. Ah, too close. Too close for comfort. All right. Okie dokie. Boards out. Wheels coming down. Full flaps.
2,000. 350. 200. 150. 100 feet. 40.
Smells like rubber. Alright. Boy. I just choose not to bring the ladder down, but whatever. Let's do it again. It doesn't work. Okay. There we go. Oh, it's up. What do you know? Airwolf is visiting on the ramp over there. Bell 222. It's like an 80s feast right here with the old Cessna F14 in the Airwolf. Sure, that Widgeon is welcome as well, but that was before time. That was a different time. There you go. Thank you so much for watching. Thanks you for all the input. And I hope to see you on the next one. I'm gonna get something to eat because it's time. Have a good one. Have a great weekend. Bye bye.